My disloyal wife preferred dancing with her lover at a party rather than sharing the moment with me. Therefore, I decided that tonight should be filled with enchantment and an elegant celebration of love and unity at the heart of the city. For Ethan, it was a chance to mend his bond with his wife, Olivia, amidst the music and laughter of their social circle. Yet unbeknownst to him, this evening would unveil a devastating truth that would alter his life forever. As my wife chose to dance with someone else, Ethan began to realize, unaware that everything was about to change. On the surface, Ethan and Olivia's relationship seemed perfect. Ethan was a devoted husband who always prioritized Olivia's happiness. Olivia had a captivating smile and an infectious laugh, becoming the center of attention at every gathering. But beneath the surface, fractures began to show. Ethan noticed small shifts in her behavior. She was texting late into the night, seemed distracted during conversations, and avoided being alone with him. These moments planted seeds of doubt in his mind. He admitted that he felt guilty for questioning her loyalty, yet something inside told him something was missing. Olivia's favorite pastime presented a chance to reconnect. Ethan remembered how Olivia had spent hours selecting her outfit, eagerly preparing herself, and how radiant she looked. But it wasn't for him. Ethan's words set the stage for what was to come, not just a tale of betrayal, but one of the courage to confront it. He vowed to take the audience on a painful journey of discovery and resolution, leaving them questioning their own relationships. From the outside, Ethan and Olivia's life appeared flawless. Ethan, 36, was a prosperous entrepreneur who had worked hard to establish a comfortable life. Olivia, 34, epitomized grace and ease, charming everyone she met. Their marriage seemed like a fairy tale. Luxurious vacations, a beautiful home, an enviable social calendar. Yet, Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. He recalled the days when they used to laugh together, sharing dreams and talking for hours about everything and nothing. Over time, Olivia had changed. She became obsessed with her social life, prioritizing parties and networking over quiet evenings at home. Ethan tried to support her, believing it was just her outgoing nature, but the growing distance between them made him feel like a stranger in his own marriage. Then, something changed with Olivia's phone. What used to be casually left on the kitchen counter was now always hidden away. Her texts, which she refused to explain, and her vague responses to Ethan's questions unsettled him deeply. However, he didn't voice his suspicions, not wanting to seem paranoid. A lavish dinner party hosted by one of Olivia's colleagues was supposed to be a fresh start. Olivia insisted Ethan accompany her, claiming it was important for him to meet her friends. Ethan saw it as an opportunity to rekindle their relationship, but as they prepared for the dinner, Olivia seemed more excited than usual, spending extra time getting ready. Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that she was dressing to impress someone else, yet he convinced himself it was just her usual flamboyance. Ethan had no idea that this extravagance would eventually lead to betrayal, shattering their lives. The event was breathtaking, with sparkling chandeliers casting a warm glow over the well-dressed guests. Ethan felt a rush of pride as he entered the venue with Olivia, who looked stunning in a sleek black dress that captured the light. Her laughter echoed as she greeted friends and acquaintances. Leaning in slightly when Ryan spoke, her eyes sparkling as she listened to his jokes. Ethan had never seen her act this way with anyone, not even him. "I'm being paranoid," Ethan told himself, trying to push away the nagging feeling. But as the evening progressed, his doubts grew stronger. Olivia seemed more eager to party than to spend time with him. When Ethan asked her to introduce him to her friends, she casually replied, "I'll introduce you later," and left him standing alone at the edge of the room, holding a glass of wine. Ethan watched Olivia from a distance. Ryan wasn't just a colleague. He was someone Olivia clearly admired. Ethan couldn't ignore the chemistry between them, and as the night wore on, their interactions became more frequent and intimate. Every laugh, every exchanged glance felt like a slap in the face. Ethan tried to tell himself it was just paranoia, but the heavy weight in his chest lingered. What should have been a night of celebration had turned into something else entirely. Ethan's suspicions were gradually becoming undeniable. As the night reached its peak, the live band played slow romantic songs and invited couples to the dance floor. Ethan saw this as his chance to salvage the evening, perhaps reminding Olivia of their past connection. With a hopeful smile, he approached her, extended his hand, and asked her to dance. His tone was sincere. Olivia hesitated, looked around, then gave a forced smile and said, "Oh, Ethan, I'm tired. Maybe later." As she spoke, she walked toward the bar, leaving Ethan standing in the lurch. He swallowed his disappointment, trying to convince himself it was all in his mind, that the distance between them wasn't growing. But after a moment, the truth became inescapable. Ethan found Olivia not resting at the bar, but swaying in Ryan's arms. They moved together in perfect sync, her head thrown back in laughter as Ryan whispered something in her ear. The intimacy between them was clear to anyone watching. Ethan's chest tightened. The question arose in his mind. Had all the late-night texts and the coldness at home led to this moment? His emotions fluctuated wildly between anger, sadness, and an odd sense of relief. At least now he had clarity. But Ethan was not a man who created scenes. He stood quietly, observing every detail. Just as Olivia's hand rested on Ryan's shoulder, her eyes sparkling as she looked up at him. It was as though he were the only person in the room. Ethan's determination grew stronger. If Olivia wanted to make her choice public, then so would he. What happened next would ensure that the people in the room would never forget it. The room was filled with laughter and joy as Olivia chose someone else over her husband. Ethan walked onto the stage just as the host announced the closing remarks. He seized the opportunity to speak. Taking the microphone, he cleared his throat, his calm demeanor masking the storm inside. "Good evening, everyone," he began, steadying himself. "Thank you all for coming tonight. I'd like to propose a toast to the truth, because the truth always reveals itself in unexpected ways." The crowd fell silent, captivated by Ethan's unexpected words. Olivia, standing near the dance floor, froze, her face draining of color as their eyes met. "I learned something valuable tonight," Ethan continued. "It's heartbreaking when you realize the person you've devoted your life to has chosen someone else. Olivia, thank you for showing me who you really are." The crowd gasped, and Olivia's expression shifted from shock to horror. Ryan stepped forward, attempting to intervene, but Ethan ignored him. He put down the microphone and walked off the stage. The silence in the room was deafening, broken only by whispers and murmurs. Ethan didn't look back as he walked out of the venue, heavy-hearted but resolute. The refreshing night air hit him, offering a stark contrast to the suffocating atmosphere of betrayal. He drove home in silence, replaying the events of the night in his mind. Despite the pain, for the first time in months, he felt a strange sense of relief. He was free from the doubts and suspicions that had haunted him. Ethan began taking action to rebuild his life. He confronted Olivia privately, giving her a chance to explain, but her tearful apologies only solidified his decision to move on. "I'm so sorry," she pleaded, tears streaming down her face. But Ethan's trust had been shattered beyond repair. He filed for divorce, determined to move forward. Ethan found comfort in the support of his friends and family, drawing strength from their unwavering loyalty. He threw himself into his work, channeling his energy into his business. Day by day, he healed, rediscovered his passion, and began a new life free from betrayal. Looking back, Ethan realized that Olivia's betrayal not only ended his marriage, but also set him on a path to self-respect and a brighter future. He deserved honesty, loyalty, and love, things Olivia couldn't offer him. Her choice of another man wasn't just a painful chapter, but the beginning of a new story where Ethan could finally put himself first.